Good day, my little teacups, and a happy new year to you all. Alright, so I'd originally intended to start this video with a waffly bit about all the things I had to be grateful for in 2017. But honestly, everyone else has already been doing that, and while I've got plenty to be happy about, despite the grand picture of the world, I don't want to bore you all either. So instead, we're going to be skipping right to the true purpose of the video. For those of you who don't know, we just ticked over 20,000 subscribers the other day. And in honor of that, I wanted to do something special and set a standard for how I'm going to conduct these milestones in the future. That said, since this is the first one, I need to explain a couple of things from behind the curtain, so I'm going to ask that you bear with me, because I promise there is going to be some actual content forthwith. Firstly, and most importantly, a huge thank you to everybody for your endless support of this channel. So bloody many of you have gone way above and beyond anything I ever would have expected when I first sat down at my rusty old computer, hammered off my face on vodka to calm my nerves, and I tried to record a Let's Play. Side note, by the way, if you ever tell yourself that you're not enough to do something you love, not talented enough to paint or draw, not funny enough to commentate, so on, don't listen to it. It is astounding how shonky the earliest work of some of the greatest creators in any field is. Bottom line is, you will get better at it. Whatever it is. Just because you might be bad or even completely fucking useless now, doesn't mean you're stuck that way forever. But honestly, you didn't come here to listen to a 23-year-old hermit give life advice. You came for a Milestone special. And for that, we're gonna need a quick word about the state of YouTube. Which, in brief, is that growth is awful. That's pretty much all that there is to say, really. You have a few avenues open to you. You can court the dank memes, yo. You can hope for a lightning strike via Reddit or some such. You can get a plug from a larger channel. Or you can take the long way round, which is nowadays so long as to be nearly unfeasible. The ecosystem has always been very luck dependent, but years of growing saturation makes it more difficult every single day to get found. Subscribe buttons barely work, leading to people forgetting to use them, never contributing towards someone's search ratings or growth numbers, then they forget the channel altogether. Related videos mostly point to established big or mid-tier channels because they naturally have higher search ratings. At the lowest end of the spectrum, it is really goddamn hard to get spotted. Even if you follow the old adage of making a quality product and people will come, yeah, good working mantra, but it doesn't necessarily get eyeballs on the work, which nowadays is the most important thing. YouTube could help out here and there by pointing people at a small content creator with potential, but we already all know that's not going to happen, so let's not really kid ourselves. We're lucky to have creator on the rise buried in the hidden menu that it already is. The point is, I have nominally 20,000 sets of eyes at my disposal now. It's a big subscriber milestone video. Those tend to get a nice amount of attention. And the power to guide even this many people's focus is massive in an ecosystem like this, where quality doesn't boost you as much as getting seen. So rather than give you guys more of the same in the form of a same old over English or under English gaming video, or giving myself a pat on the back for blundering my way up to these numbers, I'm going to give you a selection of other creators who I think deserve your attention too. Okay, granted, YouTube went and made this a bit more difficult by taking out annotations, but we shall persevere. And for the record, I'm planning to do this for every milestone I deem significant from now on, sharing any new creators that I find. So, clunky as it might be, I'm gonna ask you to do me a New Year's favor and please check the description, the cards in the top right, and the end card for some of these fine people. I've tried as much as I can to cover all the bases, so there's an option for every device, as I know some of you only watch me on mobile. Alright, we have 3 on this first outing.
And the LAN Up team here, wishing you a Merry Christmas and thank you for watching us all this year.
Let's keep inside the green screen, otherwise my hand's gonna disappear. Sorry.
Kicking us off is going to be LAN Up, a variety group gameplay channel. They've got some solo series, some group series, regular streams on Twitch, a wide variety of games, and have even started dabbling in comedy sketches based on games. Overall, you're pretty much guaranteed some level of silliness, and I know quite a lot of you guys like my level of silliness, so I'd strongly suggest you check them out, either over on YouTube at the link in the description and end card, or over at twitch.tv/LAN Up.
Oh god, oh my god!
Next out of our gate is Sarah Luhu. Those of you who actually managed to struggle through my Undertale runs, God help you, might actually know that name. That was the voice of pacifist Dr. Alphys, neutral and genocide being a different actress. She's got a packed schedule and an impressive backlog of completed games, with everything from horror games, Hello Outlast and Outlast 2, indie titles like Night in the Woods, visual novels such as Danganronpa series, adventure games like Telltale's Walking Dead, Life is Strange. Honestly, I could waffle on all day about the stuff this impressive girl has covered. She's a really dedicated creator and constantly pushing herself and her content to improve. All somehow fitting this around an education timetable. I genuinely have no idea. I tried to fit mine around my education, and it drove me to near insanity. So, on strength of her willpower alone, I recommend you go check out Sarah Luhu. And finally, we have MiniMats. Originally, this video was actually going to be entirely promoting him, but he's recently purged most of his library as part of a channel remodel. So all I can do here is suggest that you go check him out. By his own admission, he's still trying to find his niche. But he never gives up. He's always innovating, improving, and reinventing his content until he finds something that speaks to him. He's still on the journey, like a lot of us, like myself even. Unlike me, he's never really given up, never thrown in the towel, never taken the long-ass hiatus because he just had a creative burnout. For that dedication alone, for the fact that he's a fantastic friend, and the fact that he's pretty much responsible for this channel continuing to exist after it had hit a slump, I urge you check him out, because he's put in the time, the creativity, and the effort. He deserves it as much as anybody else. By way of winding down, 2017 has been one hell of a weird year for this channel, but it undeniably has brought a lot of attention and some modicum of popularity with it. I'm endlessly proud of our community. And the only thing I feel is right from now on is to direct attention to people who get buried in an ecosystem that frankly ignores hard-working channels and is basically reliant on waiting for a lottery win or a plug from someone with an audience who will listen. I just wish I could do more. But until then, I'll continue to plug channels in my end cards, and I will see you in the next milestone for another dedicated push. That's been all from me for now. I hope you can forgive the slightly experimental content. Love you all, my dear little teacups. Farewell, and I'll see you in 2018.